We've spent the day digging into the criminal history of the suspect who Huntsville police said shot and killed Billy Clardy III. LaJeromeny Brown is in custody and is charged with capital murder for that shooting death. And as we learned, he not only was out on bond for assaulting a police officer in Tennessee, but he could also have been in jail for federal charges at the time of the shooting. However, those charges brought against him last year were ultimately dropped. 41-year-old LaJeromeny Brown's encounters with federal law enforcement can be summed up in 3 chapters. First, back in 2013, federal court records show he was indicted in the U.S. Eastern District of Tennessee on 5 drug-related charges. 2 years later, in 2015, he pleaded guilty to a charge of conspiracy to distribute cocaine and crack cocaine. Brown was sentenced to 41 months in prison and 2 years of supervised release, which was set to end in October 2018. But before that happened, he was indicted in 2 more felony cases in 2018, one in Laredo, Texas, and one in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Court records show he was flagged at a Border Patrol checkpoint in Laredo in late February 2018. Agents said they found a loaded gun in Brown's car, and he was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Federal prosecutors chose to dismiss that case. Fast forward to October 2018, and another federal warrant was issued for Brown's arrest, this time for his involvement in a violent home invasion in Chattanooga. In that case, records show he and other men pretended to be police officers and robbed a woman in her home. According to the ABC station in Chattanooga, he was arrested after a high-speed chase that ended when Brown's car crashed into train tracks. However, because the victim of that robbery declined to testify against Brown, the state dismissed the charges. And Tennessee court records also show that Brown was arrested in Hamilton County, Tennessee in December 2018 and received multiple charges, including aggravated assault on a police officer, felony evading, and felony reckless endangerment. The ABC station in Chattanooga says he was released on a $50,000 bond for those charges, and that case was bound over to a grand jury. We're still working to learn when Brown will appear in court on his new capital murder charge.